So alongside the research process with my candidates, of course, they are also thinking about how they're going to fund this investment if they actually do decide to invest in the franchise. And there's a whole range of different options for funding. Quite oftentimes people are surprised. I'm not a funding expert. I do introduce my candidates to funding specialists who can help them. But what I see happening when I do make those introductions is I certainly see people looking at things like small business administration loans, right? The government is encouraging small businesses, which of course franchisees qualify for. So a lender that might lend to you as a prospective franchisee has an assurance from the government that if for some reason that loan doesn't work out, the government is going to be backing that in some way. So I see a lot of SBA loans being part of the way someone might fund their business. I see some other strategies though being used. I see home equity lines of credit, right? The value of homes has appreciated. People have equity built up in their homes. They might choose to actually borrow against that home equity line as a way to fund part of their investment. I see retirement assets being used. Another interesting way to put your money to work, because actually you can access retirement assets tax-free and penalty-free to actually put that against a business that you create. I also see sometimes people using what I'll call investment portfolio loans. Maybe they have a portfolio of securities with a broker. They can borrow against that as well. So I guess the takeaway here is, number one, you don't have to have all the cash yourself. In fact, I often see 70 to 80% of the value of a franchise being funded through one of these options we're talking about. And secondly, there are probably more options than you would have thought about. So it's really working with a funding specialist to evaluate what's right in your situation and your circumstance for the franchise that you might be considering.